Well, welcome everybody. I'm Vicki, and welcome back to my kitchen. I love coming to you and sharing good recipes, and today we're going to talk about a lemon blackberry swirl cheesecake. It is awesome. Now, you may have seen the post on the lemon raspberry swirl cheesecake. It's made just the same. I just changed the fruit in it every once in a while. And I had some blackberries and I reduced them and made some blackberries to go in this one. So come along with me and let's cook. Now, to start with, we're going to use our small springform pan. And this actually goes in our quick cooker if you have our quick cooker, but it also goes in the new multi-cooker. And we're going to talk about that later. But the good news is the springform pan for the multi-cooker is back in the lineup, and so is the ceramic pot and the fluted pan. They're all back in the lineup again, so that's really exciting. But today we're going to be using the springform pan, and I'm going to post the recipe for you. And this is just a simple cookie bread crust, and I'm using a low-carb cookie because this dish that I'm going to post is the keto low-carb version, but I'll also post the link to the traditional version with sugar. And I've already started making up the bread crust, the cookie crumb crust, and it has the cookies, the monk fruit, a little bit of almond flour, and melted butter. And I blended it all with a Flex Plus. And I'm just going to press it in the bottom of this pan. Now, I did put a piece of wax paper or a piece of parchment paper in the bottom, and I took a little oil and swiped around the sides. I just want it to make it easy to come out. So the crust will be crumbly in the food processor. You can also do this in a blender. It'll be hard to do it by hand because you need to crush those cookies. Just like any graham cracker crust, it's made just exactly the same as a graham cracker crust. And we're just lining the bottom, pressing it in. Now when I get it mostly pressed out, I'm going to take my fingers, and I did wash my hands before we started, and get it pressed in the way I really want it. Okay. Now, I'm going to take it and really press it around the sides and around the bottom. Make the layer as even as possible. This is a really good crust. It is about 4 net carbs for the whole crust. I haven't been able to find these cookies locally. I have had to order them, but I keep a few packets around the house. They're just small packets. They're a little expensive, but considering how little bit of them I use, they're worth it. Okay, so we have the crust ready. It's all smooth and nice. And we're just going to put that aside for right now. Now let's start on the filling. I thawed out 2 8-ounce packages of cream cheese. And I'm just going to start creaming them, getting them ready, getting it softened and creamed up. I love cream cheese. So, we're going to use the Flex Plus again for this. Okay. Remember the controls are up here on the mixer. So we're just going to cream to start with. Cream the cream cheese. You know, just make it soft and pliable so that everything will blend in well. Increase the speed. Now, I am going to take the dry ingredients, which is half cup of Swerve Confectioners. I'm not putting it in there yet. Okay. Let's just use this for right now. I want to put the xanthan gum in with the dry ingredients, so I'm putting them together. And this is 2 tablespoons of monk fruit. The reason I use monk fruit, you've seen me use different sweeteners together. I'm also going to use a little stevia in it, but the reason I want to put the dry ingredients together is because the xanthan gum will blend in with the wet ingredients better if it's mixed in first with the dry ingredients. And we're using a 1/4 teaspoon of xanthan gum. Xanthan gum is very potent and you don't need to use a whole lot. And it's a thickener, stabilizer. And we're just mixing it in, right in with the 2 sugars. So we actually are not going to use any almond flour in this cheesecake. Okay, we've got that mixed up. Let's go ahead and put the wet ingredients together. So we've got 2 eggs. And I've let all of my ingredients get room temperature. Easier to work with, they blend better. Always for baking, take your eggs out early. I am going to put in our lemon zest. And the juice from 1 lemon. Not going to use quite all of this one because my lemons are really big. The recipes says the juice is 1 lemon, but like I said, my lemons are pretty big. So I'm going to use a squirt of stevia. It's about half a teaspoon. And a teaspoon of vanilla extract. That's a half a tablespoon. Okay. And I'm going to take our sea salt and just get a little bit. It's a flavor enhancer. You don't want to over-mix, so I'm just going to bring it all together. And I slowly add the dry. like to be here licking the spoon. Let's drop the beaters off. Now, my recipe calls for jam, and I actually reduced some blackberries and drained the seeds and took the seeds out of them, put it through a fine mesh, and put a little pectin in it so it gave it a little bit more stability. But you can use sugar-free jam, and you can find that at most of the grocery stores. And online, it's easy. Like I said, you can use, with the lemon base, you can actually, blueberry is very good in it because the lemon really brightens the berry taste. And it does the same for blackberries and raspberries. Okay, what we're going to do is spoon a little bit of the berry mixture over the top. And then we need a knife. This is the way I like to do it. And I need a little bit in the center. And I like to take my knife and go through the berry mixture, not all the way down to the crust, and just kind of make a swirl pattern. Okay. Wow, that blackberry and the lemon together are awesome. All right, can you see the cheesecake? Now, we are going to cover this with tinfoil. So let's get our foil. We're going to put our springform pan right in the middle, or really over to the side. What I want to do is bring this top over and cover the top well and tightly. Almost a square piece of foil. Okay, so we have it ready at this point. Now I'm going to bring the multi-cooker over, and we're going to show you the cooking method. So here we are with the new styled multi-cooker. This is called multi-cooker instead of quick cooker because it's not just a pressure cooker and a slow cooker and a pot de Syrian. This also does sous vide cooking, so it does so many things now that they decided to call it a multi-cooker. One of the big differences is this one has an off and on switch where the multi-cooker didn't. You see the display light it up. Okay, so we're going to put the bottom rack in and a cup of water. Then I like using this rack. It's very stable. Right now, this is in your, the other rack is fine to use, but this rack, the stackable racks, are actually in the outlet. So if you get a chance to put one in your cart, they're a great thing to have. I love how stiff and substantial they are. And I also do my boiled eggs in it. So, okay, we've got the cheesecake in. Oh, let me show you another feature of this. And I don't know why I didn't do it. The lid just hooks onto the multi-cooker. So you don't have it sitting over on your counter. Got to get used to that. And y'all remember I'm doing this backwards. Okay. The release valve is down here now. And all the different settings are on the sides. And we're going to turn this to dessert. Okay, dessert. And it's on. And in 40 minutes, we'll let it naturally release the steam for 10 minutes and then take it out and show you what it looks like. We'll be back in just a little bit. So, while we're waiting, why don't we go ahead and make the whipped topping that goes with the cheesecake? That'd be a good idea. So, bowl, 1 cup of whipping cream, I think I don't have the cream tartar. I'm going to put a little bit of cream of tartar, just a couple dashes. It's about half a teaspoon. We're going to put just a little bit of vanilla. We're going to put just a touch of stevia, 2 tablespoons of Swerve, and let's whip it, and then we'll add the Blackberry reduction. Starting to thicken up, so I want to go ahead and put 2 to 3 tablespoons of the berry jelly or jam. Let's just start with 2 because I think 2 is going to be enough. Perfect. Beautiful. I want you to see it. Look at how pretty it is. The blackberry, the coloring. Wow, that's so good. So we'll be back soon to show you what the cheesecake is looking like. Well, I think we've let it cool enough. It's still a little warm, but I want to check on it and see how it's doing. I think this is my prettiest one yet. Looks like a work of art, and it's still, the center still doesn't feel real set yet, but when it chills and it sits, it will. Look at how pretty. Now into the refrigerator it's going to go. I think I'm gonna let it cool a little bit more, but I'll show you the pictures of the finished cheesecake. Bye. I hope y'all make this. If you do, please let me know. Leave me some comments. Remember, my cheesecake is keto low carb, but in the new, well, in the new Season's Best is a lemon with raspberry swirl cheesecake. And that's the traditional recipe. So I've taken that and converted it. So try it. Let me know how you do. Remember, you can use any kind of berry jam or jelly to make the swirls. I use a sugar-free. Actually, I rendered down some blackberries myself, but you can use sugar-free blackberry jam or jelly. So give someone your beautiful smile today. Come back to see me soon, and let me know how you like the cheesecake. Be sure and subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it with anyone that you think might enjoy it as well. See you later. Come back soon. Bye.